Hey, what's going on? It's your boy Dalton from the Petrol List, and I'm just grabbing footage. I have no idea.
Now I thought, yeah, I'll do it.
What will happen with it? Or when it will happen? Hey, what's going on? It's your boy Dalton from the Petrol List, and I'm sure you're wondering why I'm under this car, where I'm at, and what I'm doing. I figured I'd take this little lull in the action to tell you about a little project I'm working on. But first, an intro.
Bonjour, my name is Jacques. I am an automotive enthusiast and a motorsports expert. And, there's so many manufacturers and brands who are doing so many good things in the world of automotives, not just to do with innovation, but also in the realm of historics. But I must say, when it comes to the world of endurance racing, there's only one name that brings fear to the hearts of competitors like no other. It is not Corvette, Porsche 911, or even Ferrari or Lamborghini. It is one name and one name alone, and that name is Lumina. 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 So please join our team as we drive this piece of automotive masterpiece to victory at the 24 hours of Le Mans.
Well, and I'm not used to that. So from what I understand is...
So I suppose I should clear a couple of things up. The first one is I can neither confirm nor deny the existence of Jacques, the automotive expert. And the second one is I don't think that the Lumina ever really sounded like that race car that you heard. As a matter of fact, right now it's not sounding like anything because it's not running. Well, the engine is, but the transmission is leaking and we're trying to put it back to OEM. The team that came before us, they had a radiator cooler that ran all the way to the back of the car on the inside of the bumper. There's about 3 miles of coolant line, and I feel like about half of that was leaking. So today's mission is return the transmission lines to OEM by plugging the lines in from the transmission back to the OEM radiator and just see if the car can run without spewing red fluid everywhere. That said though, I do want to give a shout out to the team that owned this car before us. They seem really cool to do the transaction with, and they gave us a whole bunch of pictures and videos of the car in its racing form. So I'm going to show a few of those right now, and we're working to get this back to its old glory, maybe even a little bit better. Calm down. That's all the montage you get for now, because we have a lot of work to do. We have a grocery list of things that we got to fix, and I don't know if you can see it from here, but that front suspension, it's basically hanging off the car. We're hoping to be racing, sometime in the middle of the year. We'll have to see how these repairs go. Everybody's in good spirits. Let's take a closer look at what we're trying to get done.
Stock and moving. Yeah. And then if you want to replace some, because none of these parts are like, that's expensive. No, If you're about $7,000 to fix all the stuff and then go buy something different. Yeah. I haven't seen something.
It's not, I feel like we get one race under our belts, we see what the inspections like, how loosey-goosey they are, and we'll kind of know how much poetic license or
I honestly think once it's been London race, they're not going to work a whole lot. They're not going to be not this stuff and down in the Indian Bay and all out there and be like, oh, racing.
It's a Lumina.
Yeah. But I think we get a pass for that.
I think we get a pass.
All right, here's the background. The 24 Hours of Lemons is a racing league that was started back in 2006 to encourage everyday drivers with everyday cars to get out on the racetrack. And it's been very successful. They've got races all over the country and a huge following online and in real life. So the premise is you're supposed to buy a car for $500 and put a roll cage in it, all the safety equipment like fire suppression, and take it out to the track. There's really no rules on the amount of money that you can spend on safety equipment. Performance equipment is a whole nother thing. So while we're excited to get the Lumina up and running and on the track, we're also, competitive and want to make sure that it's going to be running as fast as it can. But we want to make sure that we can pass the inspection and that it doesn't look like we spent an obscene amount of money on making this car go fast. Now, the other aspect, it's a laugh. There's everything from space car Miatas to upside down catfish Camaros. So I don't think that our team is going to get huge into the aesthetics and the costumes and whatnot. We're just hoping to get the car on the road and last long enough to turn enough laps that all drivers get a spin. Speaking of spinning, let's see if we can get these wheels to turn under this car's own power.
Yeah, I don't know where they have this stuff with. Yeah, if you lift it up, I can show you where the other.
Okay.
All right.
So right now we're just looking to see where the transmission lines meet up with the radiator, make sure that everything fits, and then we're going to try and run it through, get everything hooked up, and hopefully start the car and see if the wheels turn. Pretty tight in here. It's a front-wheel drive car, but should be fine.
Nice.
I hope.
Cooler. I don't think we needed it. The old lines, basically just trying to get this thing to move on under its own steam. That sketch is the one that actually should be attached. I shouldn't do that because that spring looks really precarious. That's longer than the other. So we got Steven over here just looking at the race data, see how we can fine tune the arrow.
Trying to mess with the tune we have. That's still a 2001 Lumina though. That song must be a glitch in the system. I'm sure these are modified all the time.
Yeah, this is how you do it. You're gonna come over here. Essentially.
As it is with aftermarket parts, sometimes they need to be modified lightly. This one just had to be bent a couple of degrees to make sure that it could clear the subframe and get into the actual transmission. It can be a little bit of a tricky process, so we got to be extra careful. I'm glad Jake is using this bender tool. I've seen them. I've never used them.
It's bending.
Well, now you just kind of sound like a negative Nancy. Tried to negative Nancy.
Oh, you mean you want all the suspension connected?
That's all I want to how the setup goes.
Oh, it's in?
It slid right in, man.
Sweet.
Like butter. It's all the way.
So here's something you don't see every day. You see the entire interior from the trunk of the car. That spring looks so sketch every time I set it. Every time it gets set down. It's like one in the chamber. Oh, is the battery hooked up?
It was from October.
Battery hooked up, I guess we'll see. Yeah, it is. Alright, battery's dead. Got a jump box coming. Might have to remove the air filter.
Just remove the battery case and maybe just tilt it back.
Let's try that.
Looks like a 15 or something. 14,
15.
Just like everything else, it's finger tight.
No surprises there. Everything in this car is finger tight.
Yeah. Yeah, finger tight.
That's wild.
This stuff. That should do it.
Let me see what's what.
I figure it makes some sound or something. But find out.
Is it so fucking dead?
The lights are brighter.
Ooh,
Ooh.
it's
I don't think the thing's doing what it's supposed to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, we don't have to replace any of the things.
There we go. Or the headlights.
Ready?
There we go. Now we're good.
Okay, now for the leaks. Do we see any of those? Well, it's a little bit of a rough idle, but it started. I don't see any leaks. Maybe that's because there's not enough fluid. Do we want to see if it'll roll 2 feet? Either we have to be all the way on the ground or all the way up, because we might pull the car off the lift if we put it in gear.
Wait, you want me to push it up?
The wheels, the tires are still touching, so it either needs to go up a little bit or we put it all the way down, you know what I mean? Bring it up.
You good?
Okay. Ooh, smoke.
Yeah, that's probably just fluid off that.
Glitter. We'll find out. That looks not transmission fluid related. Yeah.
Power steering.
Fluid level on transmission. Oh, we need more.
How much?
I'm sure if we
Yeah. Did it feel?
it moved. It moved. Everything moved. It moved the engine. Yeah, okay, it works.
Yeah.
Let's
All right, let's put some more
shut
fluid
it
in.
off. What's that?
Put some more fluid in.
Yeah. I think at this point we know the transmission works. That assembly is sketch AF.
That's why we're on this side.
Oh,
Did that side move at all?
Just the engine. And the wheel didn't move at all. The engine hooked up to it pretty well.
I mean, we just put it in gear again and just don't. Woo.
Okay. Over here. The wheel jerks a bit.
Did it move?
The wheel jerks not.
it moves.
There's no rotation over here.
No,
Like
rotation
a
over there.
jerk.
I wonder if it's the differential.
Oh yeah. You have to be down at an angle.
Yeah, it could be too much of a droop.
Yeah, that'd be too much of an angle. I'm gonna scoot away from that.
Should we just leave it there for right now? Since it's not bolted up.
Put it in gear one more time.
I don't know where it goes.
Oh yeah.
It goes to something.
Maybe let's just say it's to the radio. That way we don't have to worry about it.
Just tuck it away. So nothing.
Before we drive around too much, we may want to just zip tie those so they don't go into fans and things.
Yeah.
I don't know if they can afford.
That'd be alright.
Yeah, I wonder if the radiators.
Yeah. Well, if you look up, Steven, there's water all over.
Yeah.
Could just, I don't know.
Radiator's easier than transmission though.
Yeah.
At least.
Well, it's out.
But we don't see it. Right? With just like condensation everywhere.
Yeah, I was like, this is not an active necessarily leak.
Huh.
It would pass on an airplane. Ten drifts a second.
Cool.
It's probably. I mean, there's another hose that's up there. Oh, here's another one.
There's a vacuum.
So this is. Okay. So we could probably plug it.
All right. So today's goal was to get the transmission lines back up in there. There was a transmission cooler at the rear of the car. We're using the stock transmission cooler in the radiator now. No leaks, the wheels turn, so time to fix this suspension.
Because they're probably.
Well, the wheels turn, the transmission doesn't leak, the engine runs, And while there's a lot more to go, you know, sometimes you just got to take the small wins, especially on a project like this. So we're going to meet up next time and see if we can get the suspension attached to the car and eventually drive it around the block. See you next time.